Hi, thanks for coming tonight and coming to this presentation. Really appreciate you coming all the way here. I wanted to start off by talking about gratefulness. I was thinking about it today, and I was thinking about how there's so much to be grateful for, really. To be here in Australia, to be living the lifestyle that we live. There's so much to be grateful for. And that's the topic I wanted to speak about tonight with all of you. So hands up if you feel that that's a great topic to talk about tonight. Thank you, and hands up if you don't think it's a good topic to talk about tonight. Fantastic. All right, so great. So, look, with gratefulness, what I was thinking about today was I was having lunch with my mum, and I actually asked her this question. I said to her, "Mum, I remember you." Well, actually, let me backtrack for a second. I've been going through this up and down sort of pattern in my business at the moment of feast and famine, of good times and not so good times, and I began to the point where I've been thinking, do I really want to continue this business, or do I want to do what I love? I mean, I like what I do, but I don't love what I do. Like, I love other things in my life, and it's taking that leap into my passion and making that leap into doing what I love, and also creating a business around that, and also creating my life around that. And it's been this transition at the moment, and I've been struggling with that transition of winding down my business and going into this new field, and not having the financial, stability that I used to have. So I've been going through this whole thing of, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to do this, and what am I going to do, and all this sort of stuff. And then I realised that my struggles and my problems aren't really all that massive, I was sitting there with my mum, and I was thinking about my struggles, and I was talking to her about my struggles. And then I asked her this question. I said, "Mum, I remember you working 3 jobs once when I was growing up here, and I was really young. Tell me about that. How did you do that? Because I'm struggling at the moment of business, income, doing what I love, trying to fit that all in with a social life and everything else that I want to have in my life." So I was like, "Mum, how did you do that? What did you do?" So she actually said to me, "Well, I actually work 7 days a week." And I said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yeah." All I thought about was the 3 kids I had to feed. I was by myself, just came to Australia, and all I thought about was school books, uniforms, food, rent, and that was my life. Like, I go to work 7 days a week to be able to afford to pay for my kids' future. I was like, wow, so how did you sleep? When did you have time to cook? When did you have time to, pack our lunches? When did you have time to sleep, like to do anything? She's like, "Well, actually, I only slept like 2 hours a day." I went, "You're kidding, you're serious?" "Yeah, pretty much. I slept, after I drop you off at school, I had a bit of a sleep. I go to work, in my lunch break I have a bit of a sleep, and I just keep working and working and working, just so that I would have enough money to pay for all of you to come here, obviously, because she got us all out to Australia, and to pay for your school, and to afford to have anything that to afford to have what we had." And I was like, wow, that's amazing. "And how long did you do that for?" It's like, "Well, I remember you first." "So what age were you when you came?" I said, "Oh, I was 25. And I think you were about to go into high school when I stopped doing that, when I actually had enough money to be okay." And I went, right, so that was around, I was 12, like 7 years of doing that. So that just really hit home for me, that my struggles, at least I don't have children, at least I don't have other things to think about, but my struggles are so small compared to what my mum had to endure, when coming out here. And then I was also thinking about, I happened to come upon this little quote about immigrants that come to Australia, and how some immigrants become really successful when they come to Australia or to America or to this new world. And I was reading about why that is, and it's because they're just so grateful for what they have, for the opportunities that they have in this new world, in this world of opportunities, in this country of opportunities. They're so grateful because they've come from this country where they didn't have those opportunities. They didn't have the ability to even work. Some of them, they didn't even have those opportunities to even work. They didn't have the opportunities to have their kids in school, for example, or some war-torn countries that some people are from. I don't have experience of that, but some people have come from war-torn countries where, they were rationed food and they couldn't even, they were given a certain amount of income. Everyone had a certain amount of income. And all these stories, like I was reading a book called Say You're One of Them, which was Oprah's book club book about Africa. And I read this book and I just couldn't believe what these Africans went through, their war-torn countries. I mean, it's fictional, but it's based on reality. War-torn countries, rape, murder, the different races fighting against each other. So mixed race families, for example, one was I can't remember the African tribe, and the other one was another part of an African tribe. Like they would get their husband, they would go to their husband and say, look, your wife, say Mitsu, whatever it is, she can't live, she can't live. And then the husband would go, try to hide her, and then all this sort of stuff, and they'd find her, and then so there was all this war and all this torture and everything because of their race, and just unbelievable things like that. I mean, the struggles that some of the Africans have now. I mean, the normal struggles as such would be like just getting water to drink. They have to travel like hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is, to get dirty water to drink. So it just dawns on me how little my problems are. Like they're just so small compared to what other people in the world are enduring, and how lucky I am, and how lucky we are to be in this country of opportunity. That even if I may not have the amount or the income right now that I would love to have, I still have food to eat. I still have a roof over my head. I still have heat. I still have all these things that I could easily take for granted, except that now, talking to these people and realizing all these things that other people really don't have, just makes me really grateful for what I have and what we have here, and just makes me realize that, man, my problems are so small, and just to keep going, and not get tired like I would, or complain or whinge about things in my life that I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and rush, city living. Realising that, hey, I get the opportunity to do this. I get the opportunity to speak, for example, to live in a city where we're living right now, to live in this great city of Sydney, to go to the beach, to be pretty much free, and to eat what I want and to enjoy my life, and just all the opportunities that I have. I just want to say thank you. Thank you.